Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with Lido for the midway review for the 2020-2021 season. So, as we skipped over the group stage games this year, like the live comms, just to get through things quicker. But yeah, I'll just take you through the fixtures for this year. Obviously, we didn't get through because otherwise we'd be doing live comms of further rounds. But it's not been too bad this year. Take you through everything. As you know from last time, we got through the playoffs into the Champions League group stage, and I showed you that. I think I should show you from here. We won our first game of the season 4-2 versus Real. Colin Nelson with Billy Thompson, Adam Hillier, and Jake Charles. Then we actually drew 1-1 with Airbus. First draw in a long time. Over 30 games, I think it was. Billy Thompson got us a goal, and then right on halftime they scored, and we couldn't do anything. It was a pretty bad game by us, really. Um, we then went to Benfica. Well, we had Benfica come to us and lost 3-1. It was all going so well as well. Scored in the 7th minute and we held out to the 60th minute, and then they sort in the last 10 minutes they destroyed us, and we lost that 3-1. Unfortunate, but we are scoring in our first game, so it's pretty good there. We then had Bala, who we beat 4-0, which is pretty good. Lee Williams with 3, Jake Charles with another one there, and then we beat TNS away 1-0. Lee Williams with that goal there. Then we took on Olympiacos away, the club we were looking at to challenge, but we lost that 4-2 as well. They went up to a 3-0 lead. Um, well, 2 in the first half, 1 right after the second half, so put us on attacking and fluid, and we got 2 in 2 minutes, which was really good. So it was 3-2 for a long while, but then pushing forward, they got 1 on the counter that made it 4-2 and sort of crushed our dreams of a comeback there, but otherwise it was pretty good game. It's sort of showing we can actually start to score now, which is very good there. We then had 2-0 versus ABBA. Adam Hillier with both goals, even though Colin Nelson got sent off. 3-0 versus Porth. Andy Reid, Lewis O'Connor with 2 goals. And then 4-1 versus Newtown. Billy Thompson, Jake Charles, Kerry, and Phil Warlow. We then lost Chelsea 6-0. Bit undeserved, I think, due to the fact they scored 3 in the last sort of 20 minutes, but 6-0, and they had a man sent off, which is quite annoying, but nothing really we could do. We didn't actually play that deservedly bad, like compared to the Man City game. We played a lot better, but that was unfortunate there. We did have Haverford though, to pick our spirits back up, 3-0. Andy Reid with 2, and Billy Thompson with another goal there. And then 4-0 against them in the Premier League Cup quarter-final. Lee Williams, Simon Draper, Hillier, and Paul Penny. Then we had Ryder in the league. Graham Holden, Andy Reid, Kerry with 2, and Alan Edwards there. Then we lost to Chelsea 4-2 in the turnaround, but it's not too bad actually. They went up 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, and then 4-0, but then we just put ourselves on attacking and we got 2 goals back. So not too bad, to be fair, that we got 2 goals against Chelsea. So we're actually scoring now. We had Goitra, in brackets Monmouthshire, so it's a different Goitra, in the Welsh Cup 3rd round, and we beat them 3-0. Kerry with 2 and Alex Dyer with 1 there. We then had the Premier League Cup semi-final versus ABBA, which we beat 2-0. Lee Williams and Alec McLean. And then 3-0 versus Sefton Druids away. Billy Thompson, Lewis O'Connor, and Darren McCaw with the goals there. And then Benfica away 2-0. They got 2 goals in the second half to give them the win there and put us out of the Champions League. So we finished bottom of the group on 0 points. Olympiacos was 7. Benfica and Chelsea got up. But we did score 6, which I'm pretty happy about. Doing better than we did last year. 23 against, which is still pretty bad, but that 6-0 was pretty bad. But otherwise, we're improving. So it was quite a tough group actually. If you look at it, Olympiacos are a very good team, and so are Benfica and Chelsea, obviously. But there we go. Out of the Champions League, we can focus completely on the league. Oh shit, whoopsie. Bangor City, we beat 2-0. Jake Charles and Darren McCourt. And then we had Olympiacos, who we lost 4-1. Yeah, they sort of just got a flurry of goals. They got 2 goals within 7 minutes, then we got 1 back. Then we had a man sent off, and then they scored to make it 4-1, which is annoying. That sent us out. Then we could focus on the league. Real, we beat 3-1. Simon Draper, Alex Evans, and Alan Edwards. Then we beat Penny Bont. 4-0. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but Alex Dyer, Ricky Evans, Simon Draper, and Alan Edwards there. 3-0 versus Airbus at home. Phil Warlow, Carey, and Hillier with the goals there. 2-0 versus Bala. Lewis O'Connor with 2. 3-1 versus TNS at home. Leon House with a rare goal. Simon Draper and Jake Charles there. And then another 3-1 against ABBA. Billy Thompson with 2 and Ricky Evans with 1 there. Then we beat Newtown 6-1 away, which is a big result here. Leo Williams with 3, Darren McCaw with 2, and Hillier with 1 there. Then we beat Haverfordwest 2-0. Billy Thompson and Alan Edwards. Then we beat Penny Bont 7-0 at home. Darren McCaw with 3, Lee Williams with 2, and Jake Charles with 2 also. 3-1 versus Ryder. Simon Draper with 2, and Leon House, where even though we had a man sent off 22 minutes in. And then we had our biggest win yet of this entire save, actually. 8-0 versus Bala. To be fair, the last one was 8-1 versus Bala, so 8-0 here. We did score 2 goals early on before they had a man sent off. So Simon Draper got 1, Paul Penny got 2, Billy Thompson got 2, Mike Ford, on loan from Cardiff, got his first goal for us. Dean Alfie got 1, and Lee Williams got 1 there. So that is it. We are now into the Welsh Cup quarter final versus Airbus and the Premier League Cup final versus Bangor City. But if we show you the Welsh Premier League, we are top by miles. That one draw is annoying though, seeing as last year we got the full, complete one. We're not going to get it this year. 71 goals for, 11 against, 60 goal difference. But as you can see, Airbus are in second, which is very weird. And TNS in second, and then Bangor City, ABBA, Real, Bala, Sefton Druids, Newtown, Penny Bont, Ryder, and Haverfordwest. Ryder, right at the start, were doing really well. They're up there, but they've dropped since then. And TNS were down like in 8th at one point, which is crazy. But it's strange to see a different club apart from TNS in second. But yeah, that is it so far. Player stats wise, we don't really have anyone in goal scorers this year due to the fact that we are just focusing on the Champions League really. So we sort of rotate our teams a lot. We do have quite a few in the assists. Jake Charles and Darren McCaw. Billy Thompson and Jake Charles are up there for average rating, and games won's obviously there. Well, if we look at actually transfers, we didn't do anything this window, but we had a lot of offers, as you can see here. Adam Hillier, they're actually starting to get quite big now. 120k from Birmingham, 125k from Dundee, 120k there. Chris Waters has had a few. We actually had an agreed deal for 500k for Chris Waters, who's actually doing very well now after that. They agreed it, did a contract, because they offered like 10k and they asked for that and they said okay, but then they withdrew, I think realising what they'd done. Then Darren Mainwaring actually has got quite a few bids as well, 30, 40k. Simon Hurley as well, he's only 16, 17 and he's got bids of 77k from Hull. And then some loans from other players and whatnot. But we've not sold anyone yet. I want to keep hold of them, because if we look at our squad, it's very, very good, as you can see here. Adam Hillier is still going on very well. And he's actually been called up to the Welsh team, Welsh national team. He's got 4 appearances, along with Simon Draper, who is there. And he's got 3 appearances. So doing very well there. And we still, look at how low the wages is. It really is really low, but stats for the season so far, actually, top goal scorer is actually Lee Williams, not Simon Draper for once. He is, like, due to the fact that playing Champions League, he hasn't been on form as much, and we've got actually players to back him up now. So we've got Lee Williams, Billy Thompson, Adam Hillier, Ricky Evans, Simon Draper, all on 10 goals plus, which is very good. Assist-wise, Simon Draper's still top, then Lee Williams, Billy Thompson, Jake Charles, and Adam Hillier. But yeah, if we look at Billy Thompson, actually, he's done very well for his first season with us. Did well last year for TNS. 17 goals, 7 assists, 6 playing match. He's got 10 goals and 7 assists already. Very, very good there. And then average rating, Andy Reid, who's actually done very well this season. Adam Hillier, Alex Dyer, Simon Draper. Just the usual, really. We really rotate our squad. This is the sort of, I think... No, this is not the... I don't know. We rotate everyone, really, because we've got quite a big squad and we've got lots of good young players coming through. So that's it so far. But yeah, it's really showing progress. Jordan Smith actually is leaving for ABBA at the end of the season. Wasn't getting played, getting old, so I just decided to let him go. But yeah, generally we're doing very, very well. If we look at the boardroom, actually, we're getting more training facilities, and we also got a affiliation. I don't know if I told you about the Cardiff one, but we've got one with Cardiff, and we also got one with Nacional de Madeira from Portugal, which hopefully will allow us to get sort of more of a hold in Portugal to see how it is. So it's the first non-British side, but they only have one player with them at the moment who's in their under-19 squad, Renato, who does not want to come to me at the moment. But yeah, so far so good. We've got the final Welsh bit to go to, the final bit like the Championship Conference, and the finals and whatnot, well, quarterfinals. But yeah, so I'll get through that and come back to you when we're done with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. But yeah, it's been Alex, and I'll see you guys later.